Coming up tonight on News 12 Nightside, 2 firefighters in the hospital tonight after a 2-alarm fire in Fort Greene. Nightside is there as neighbors try to help and keep these firefighters hydrated.
And an officer back in court after being indicted for the murder of Delron Small. Now Nightside hearing from Small's family.
There was no reason for Wayne Isaacs to shoot and kill my brother.
And Nightside along for the journey of Christopher Swain. He's trying to swim the entire Long Island Sound and East River to raise awareness about keeping the water clean. Those stories and more coming up tonight on News 12 Nightside.
Well, thank you so much for joining us here on News 12 Nightside on this Tuesday evening. I'm Christy Reeder.
I'm Jessica Cunnington. So today's daylight may have come and gone just about, but the heat is still lingering around bedtime.
News 12 Nightside's Tony Chow's in Crown Heights with more on what Brooklynites are doing to stay cool.
It may not be the dog days of summer yet, but it sure feels like it. From umbrellas shading the sun to keeping a bottle of water handy, Brooklynites are feeling the heat. You can even see it in the way they walk.
Here, it's only from the subway up to here. I'm already like sweating. See this drink?
I walk slower. Usually I have a little bit more pep in my step, but not now.
But what's agonizing for some is a hot opportunity for others. The Hailstone Ice Distributor nearly selling out over the course of the heat wave. As temperatures heat up, so does their business.
We reloaded up about maybe 7 times so far. Today being the 8th, we've probably sold somewhere over 2,000 bags of ice. You know, that's a rough estimate.
I'm told just a few days ago, all this space that you see over here was filled with stacks of ice going up as high as 10 or 15 feet. So you can imagine just how much business they've been getting the past few days. And with summer just kicking off, it's sure to be a very busy season ahead. In Crown Heights, Tony Chow, News 12 Nightside.
Ooh, Tony, cool inside that freezer.
Soak that up. All right, let's get to our hyperlocal forecast now. Darryl Green's over the Weather Center.
Yeah, you know, we are looking at the second heat wave of 2017. Let's take a look at some of the numbers there. Sunday, we topped out at Central Park at 90. 93 for Monday and Tuesday at 94. So if, you know, you're wondering where's the summer season, well, it is alive and full effect, but it will be going away briefly. Take a look at the day that was. We had 94, 98, and 94 degrees for Central Park, LaGuardia, and JFK. 13 to 17 degrees above average, with LaGuardia being a record-breaking temperature. Third straight day of 90-plus weather. Approaching cold front going to bring us a shot of some showers and storms as we go through the night and the overnight hours. Pretty much scattered about. We're still dealing with some unhealthy air quality, so if you're somebody that has any type of respiratory issues out there whatsoever, a little light is at the end of the tunnel, and it'll be a lot easier for you to breathe as we turn the corner into Wednesday. Cooler temperatures, a better air quality will be with us. I'll give you more details on what's going on for the next 5 to 7 days in that hyperlocal 7-day forecast right here on News 12 Nightside.
Darryl, thank you.
Well, 2 firefighters are in the hospital and several people left without a home after a fire breaks out in Fort Greene.
News 12 Nightside's Emily Lorsch there now with what we know. Emily.
As we all know, it is a very hot day, and this weather made it that much more difficult for firefighters to put out the flames right behind me here on Myrtle Avenue. Due to the extreme heat, 3 firefighters are suffering minor injuries after putting this fire out. 2 of those firefighters are now in the hospital. The fire started around 2:30 in the afternoon and was put out with the hard work of about 100 firefighters. It started on the top floor and spread, affecting 4 apartments on the top 2 floors, displacing several people. As for the cause of the fire, that's still under investigation.
Under these conditions, we have to constantly relieve our members and call for additional units to come to the scene. At the point when I get out, the fire department, there was like 10 trucks. Now there's less, but they get with the stairs and everything. It was pretty intense, I would say.
Thankfully, everyone who was inside the building made it out safely, and something that was really nice to see out here is people who live and work in the area were actually buying water bottles and popsicles for those firefighters after their hard day's work. In Fort Greene, Emily Lorsch, News 12 Nightside.
Emily, thank you for that. And 4 men from Flatlands arrested today after police recovered several weapons, marijuana, and 2 machetes.
Police say they obtained a search warrant for 1065 East 34th Street and recovered various items. You see it all laid out right there, including ammunition, forged IDs, and credit cards, and over $1,000.
The 4 suspects were identified as 18-year-old Dakari Spalding, 31-year-old Ronaldo Carew, 23-year-old Kadeem Belgrave, and 53-year-old Wayne Song. All of them charged with criminal possession of a weapon, amongst other charges.
And in other 12 on crime news, a man and woman are being sought for robbing a store employee in Brownsville.
Police say these 2 suspects seen here in this surveillance video entered a store at 429 Sutter Avenue last Wednesday afternoon, approached the employees, and started to argue with them.
The altercation escalated quickly, and the suspects ended up robbing a cell phone from one of the employees. A fight later ensued where 2 others were injured. So if you have any information on any of those cases that we just told you about, call Crime Stoppers. The number up there on your screen, 1-800-577-TIPS. Spanish-speaking Brooklynites can call 1-888-57-PISTA.
Well, the family of a man shot and killed by an off-duty police officer says they are hoping justice will prevail. Delron Small was killed last 4th of July in Cypress Hills.
News 12 Nightside reporter Nicole Ryan has more from Supreme Court in downtown Brooklyn.
I can say we miss everything. I miss just him being here. But most of all, I miss him showing me how to be a man at times.
Victor Dempsey explaining the hole that's missing since the death of his brother, Delron Small. The family coming together outside Supreme Court after the pretrial hearing for NYPD officer Wayne Isaacs.
There was no reason for Wayne Isaacs to shoot and kill my brother at all.
The family is heartbroken over their brother being shot and killed on July 4th last year by off-duty officer Wayne Isaacs during a road rage altercation. Small was the father to 3 children. The New York State Attorney General charged Isaacs with second-degree murder for the killing in September.
But my brother loved us. He loved his children, and he loved and lived for his family, especially his children.
During his pretrial hearing, Isaac's lawyers say their client was assaulted by Small.
Because he said that he was assaulted. He said that he was injured. He remained at the scene. He told the police that he was the one who discharged his weapon. All of these things are not in dispute. He didn't lawyer up. He didn't go hide and talk and go to a lawyer. He stayed on the scene. He followed every rule that he was supposed to and acted professionally.
But the family says there was nothing professional about shooting and killing an unarmed man. Wayne Isaacs' next court date is in September. Reporting from downtown, Nicole Ryan, News 12, Brooklyn.
Nicole, thank you so much. We've been following this since it happened last summer. So many of you talking about this on Facebook today, now that he has been in court. Marisol with our first comment saying, just what in God's green earth is going on with society today? God, in Jesus' name, help us all, please.
We also have Anthony saying, I have been a supporter for justice to be had for Delron Small since day one, and I will continue demanding that he receives justice. Well, news around the city now. U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers seized over 25 pounds of cocaine, and it was found inside a wheelchair.
This happened at JFK Airport on Sunday. The officers stopped Yoncella Stanley, a U.S. citizen who was just arriving on a flight from St. Lucia.
They probed the back seat cushion of the wheelchair that looked odd to begin with, and the total weight of cocaine seized was around 27 pounds with an estimated street value of $468,000.
Stanley was arrested, now faces federal narcotics smuggling charges. You're watching News 12 Nightside here, and still ahead, fishing for your dinner is the latest kind of restaurant opening up in the city. Find out where when we come back.
All right, we're back here on Nightside and back with weather, because that's what everyone wants to talk about these days, Daryl.
Pretty much.
Not so humid.
Yeah.
But a lot of people had a chance to get out and enjoy, some of the hottest weather we've seen so far for 2017. Once again, the second heat wave of the year. And as you can see, we're looking at temperatures slowly beginning to cool down just a bit. 82 on Manhattan Beach, Seagate, 86 degrees. We got 88 in Flatlands and 93 degrees in Williamsburg. Now, not feeling all that bad out there because our dew point readings are at fairly comfortable levels. When they're in the 60s and 70s, yeah, that's when it gets really oppressive out there. We've been back and forth from the 50s to the 60s and maybe at around 65, 66 degrees for some dew point readings. So a dry heat is what we've been dealing with for this heat wave. As far as our skies are concerned, more clouds beginning to filter in. We're going to notice this line of showers and storms moving in our direction, all in association with a frontal banner that's going to be pressing off towards the south. Once it does, we're going to feel worlds better out there. Bye-bye to the 90s and hello to the 70s and the 80s. High pressure, that'll be moving off the coast, bringing in our winds from more of a northeasterly direction before they switch around and coming from the south. So we're looking at a couple of days of some fairly mild weather before the warm front comes in from the west, bringing us clouds and additional wet weather. Around 70, mostly cloudy, some showers, maybe a rumble of thunder or two as we go through the overnight. 78 degrees, sun and clouds, a pleasantly warm Wednesday, partly cloudy, 60 degrees for our Wednesday night. You're watching News 12 Nightside.
All right, looking good, and we're gonna get to breathe again for a
I
second.
know. Maybe give the AC a break, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Daryl, thank you. Well, Attorney General Jeff Sessions in the hot seat today on Capitol Hill, testifying on the suspected Russian meddling in the presidential election.
Speaking under oath, Sessions says he never had conversations with then FBI Director James Comey about his job performance prior to Comey's firing, adding that he recused himself from the Russian investigation because he himself was involved in the Trump campaign.
Comey testified earlier before the Senate Intelligence Committee, saying he knew of reasons why it would be problematic for Sessions to remain involved in the Russia investigation, even before he recused himself. Now, Sessions insisting there were no such reasons.
There are none. I can tell you that for absolute certainty. This is a secret innuendo being leaked out there about me, and I don't appreciate it, and I've tried to give my best and truthful answers to any committee I've appeared before, and it's really people are suggesting through innuendo that I have been not honest about matters, and I've tried to be honest.
Meanwhile, Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein says he has seen no evidence of good cause to fire the special prosecutor Robert Mueller, who's overseeing the Russia investigation.
Rosenstein says that he is confident that Mueller will have, quote, the full independence he needs to investigate thoroughly.
And you have my assurance that we're going to faithfully follow that regulation, and Director Mueller is going to have a full degree of independence that he needs to conduct that investigation appropriately.
And Secretary of State Rex Tillerson says the relationship between the U.S. and Russia is slowly deteriorating. Tillerson testified before the Senate Foreign Relations Committee today and said talks with Moscow over the conflict with Syria are progressing, but is not sure if anything good will come out of it.
Well, we're switching over to our celebrity buzz news now. The #1 Billboard song, Despacito, by Puerto Rican singers Luis Fonsi and Daddy Yankee, has everyone singing along, including singer Demi Lovato. Take a listen. So yeah, there's Lovato sharing her rendition on Snapchat and Facebook, giving it her best shot at singing in Spanish. It's not perfect, but it's a good shot.
Can't help but sing along. We all do. It's okay, Demi. It's okay. The Despacito, obviously the song with Justin Bieber too, also super popular all around the world. But it turns out Bieber still cannot get the lyrics right to the song.
So you saw Justin Bieber there dodging a water bottle. It's because he refused to sing the song while performing at Summerburst Festival in Stockholm over the weekend, and the crowd got angry.
Yeah, I would be too. Biggest song right now. Fans were not really pleased once Bieber said, quote, "I can't do Despacito, I don't even know it." This is the second time, though, that he's done this, that he wasn't able to go through with the song. He was caught ad-libbing pretty much at a New York City club, One Oak, not too long ago, saying Dorito and blah, blah, blah. Just not knowing it.
Come on, Bieber. All right, Scarlett Johansson brought a special date to the premiere of Rough Night yesterday. Her grandma look-alike.
72-year-old Geraldine Dodd walked the red carpet along with Scarlett at the star-studded event, even carrying matching clutches that say, "Hello, my name is Scarlett," and "Hello, my name is Geraldine."
It all started when a fan posted a photo of his grandma when she was younger, saying she looked just like ScarJo. The snapshot then went viral and eventually caught the attention of the actress.
And in response, ScarJo posted a YouTube video inviting Dodd to the premiere in New York here. And of course, Dodd accepted, and they looked wonderful on the red carpet.
Of course, you accept that, yeah.
You're watching News 12 Nightside tonight. Coming up, how much would you pay to get your teenager off their phones this summer? How much would you pay? One teacher is throwing down some big bucks to do just that. We'll have that and more when we come back.
Welcome back to Nightside. Several manhole fires in Sunset Park to tell you about.
Officials say 2 manholes right near 43rd Street between 7th and 8th Avenue were on fire earlier this afternoon around 5 p.m.
Con Edison is now reporting power outages in the area. No word on any injuries as of now.
An environmental activist and swimmer, Christopher Swain, is looking to break a record swimming for a good cause once again in our borough.
Yeah, we followed him before. Swain, who spent nearly an hour in the Gowanus Canal back in 2015, is now swimming the entire Long Island Sound and East River.
Today, he swam in the East River right by Brooklyn Bridge Park waterfront, all in efforts to raise awareness about keeping the water clean from sewage.
Today's a 90-something degree day, right? Everyone should be able to jump in the East River here at Pier 4 Beach and swim after work. Why can't we? Because there's sewage and trash and chemicals in there.
Yeah. Hence the full bodysuit.
Not a place you'd want to take a dip today, but yeah, he's doing it for a cause, so good for him.
And he's right. Yeah. It'd be awesome if we could all just jump in after work on a day like today.
It would be nice. We definitely needed it, and if you think about it, the people who actually do more swimming goes up this time of the year. Everybody's trying to cool off. Not going to be as much of an issue as we go over the next couple of days. As a matter of fact, we've got some rain in the forecast, and I'm not talking about those showers and storms that are heading in our direction. If you go out during the overnight, or if you get awoken by some rumbling out there, don't be surprised. The scattered showers and storms moving in our direction, and a cold front will be moving through as well. But that will not be until we turn the corner into our Wednesday morning very early. You might even have a few lingering storms out there. So just keep that in mind and an eye to the sky. Let's go to the Futurecast, try to time these cells out so you know what's going to be going on. So as we get into the late night period, we'll notice some light showers really not being very successful of moving across Kings County, Brooklyn. As we get into the overnight, 5, 6 o'clock, rain will be with us. The brighter colors indicating some heavier rain. We could have some gusty winds, some small hail, and some lightning. So don't be surprised if you get awoken as we get closer to the 5, 6 o'clock time period with some rumbles of thunder. By around the 7 o'clock time period, this thing should be wrapping up and moving on out. High pressure builds into the region. We have a drier air mass that will take pretty good care of us for 2 days. 70 for the overnight, mostly cloudy, scattered showers and storms. We see those winds shifting around, coming in from a northeasterly direction. Much more comfortable conditions. Upper 70s and lower 80s under a mixture of sun and clouds. Wednesday looks like it's going to be a pretty pleasant day. Likewise for Thursday, a little bit cooler at 73. And then a warm front will be coming in from the west. That front is going to bring us another opportunity of wet weather on Friday, high of 72. Mostly cloudy for Saturday at 78. 83 degrees for Sunday and Monday of next week. Showers and storms in the forecast.
Daryl, thank you. Well, a new restaurant coming to our city straight from Japan allows you to catch your own fish before you eat it.
In the restaurant, Zao, a Japanese-based restaurant chain, allows patrons to be hands-on about their food, and it's planning to open a 3-floor location on 24th Street in Manhattan.
Customers will be able to sit inside a big boat that's inside the restaurant and then reel in their catch before having it brought to them, cooked and ready to eat. Nothing fresher than that.
Pretty much. DNA Info is reporting that the restaurant is expected to open at the beginning of next year.
We'll have to check that out. All right, a school principal in Washington, D.C. offering students $100 each if they turn off their electronics 1 day a week during their summer break.
It's a lot of money, especially when you're in high school. That's like $1 million. So the principal of Washington Latin Public Charter School, Diana Smith, says that she will pay each student who unplugs every Tuesday of the summer, and the challenge covers all electronics.
Oh.
The principal says she's concerned students are spending too much time on their screens instead of enjoying their summer.
So all electronics.
All.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right. A creative proposal videos, they often go viral, but this one went viral for the wrong reasons. Now, it's a kind of video that we hope isn't real. It's a ballpark proposal, but it goes wrong.
Okay. So in the video, it looks like a fan tries to propose to his girlfriend at the Columbia Fireflies game last night. So as the man gets down on his knee, the woman's shaking her head, backs away from him, grabs her purse, and leaves?
I don't know. We were discussing this in detail during our meeting for Nightside.
Do you think she's just mad he did it there?
I don't know if it's real. I feel like sometimes you see these proposals and it's fake. I don't know.
But I feel like they always say yes and we don't know.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know. I feel like there's something up with this one.
So awkward.
Let us know what you think. I don't know. I feel like we're going to hear something. All right, I'm Christy Ritter. You're watching News 12 Nightside.
I'm Jessica Cunnington. Stay here with us. We have so much more of your hyperlocal headlines and weather on the twos on the way.
But before we go,
yes,
1 year anniversary since we launched Nightside.
Yes.
We just want to say thank you for a great first year.
Such an honor to be telling your stories in Brooklyn, hearing your feedback throughout this past year. A little trip down memory lane we're going to leave you with. Happy birthday to Nightside.
Yeah,
First
happy birthday. One.
Tonight on News 12 Nightside.
Hello and thank you for watching News 12 Nightside. I'm Christy Reeder.
And I'm Jessica Cunnington. We're following a developing story right now on Nightside out of East Flatbush, where the search is on tonight. Let's get to our hyperlocal weather. Back in